Hello, beautiful people, all the lovelies. So I decided to come a little early, a minute early. You'll have to bear with me. I've been outside. I decided I wanted to do my live outside today. And it's a little bit windy. So I apologize for wind noise and shaking because the laptop lid, obviously. So how is everyone? I have Britt and Deb and Boo. I'm going to put my sunglasses on because it's just a little bit too bright. Hi, Scotty. How are you? All right. So, okay, hope everybody gives me thumbs up, all that fun stuff. How has everybody's week started off? I did cut my hair, yes. So I did cut my hair last week. Hi, Nathan. The head troll is in the house. And look, I'm not cooking the Airstream, Nathan. It is an absolutely beautiful day. You are correct, Scotty. It is absolutely beautiful here today. We are sitting, let's see, well, a little bit ago, we were sitting at 68 degrees and we were supposed to have a high of 66. However, we've dropped to 63 now. So, anywho, thank you very much, Britt. I'm not really all that fantastically overwhelmed with the haircut, but it needed done, and I just, I needed to. I needed to for a lot of reasons. So, number one, it needed cut because it really was just crappy. And number two, I really couldn't do a whole lot with it. And number three, spring, okay? It's renewal, right? Spring is here, so we need to be renewing ourselves somehow. Here in a little bit, you'll probably be seeing my son and his girlfriend come out the door. They're going to go pick up some medicine and some more food saver bags for me from the grocery store. So I am not going to cook my Airstream, Nathan. Nice try, though. Hi, Missy. How are you? So it's windy today. We had some rain this morning, and we could be getting some more this evening or late this afternoon. Most of it has headed up north, though, north of us. So I'm okay with that. So I thought we could talk a little bit, and then I will get into the topic. So what is everybody starting seeds now, and you've got them all started? I know Nathan's got a ton of peppers going, like what, 74 varieties right now, or 73, something like that. And Britt said she's getting seedlings started, and Chrissy, I know, has been in the greenhouse a ton, and so that's a good thing. I just have a few things started. I don't have a ton started because I lost one of my seedling, my start racks, because it's in my craft room holding stuff. So, but I do have tomatoes and whatnot, which is part of what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to, while I'm talking to you fine people, I need to pot up my yellow gooseberry tomatoes. They need separated and put into bigger containers. They are getting pretty leggy, so I am in a zone 5. So we honestly, ours is nothing goes in the ground until Mother's Day is usually the rule of thumb. But it's been pretty nice. So I'm hoping that this week we'll get out there. We're going to get things. I got to get the garden cleaned up and tilled up, and hopefully it'll be all ready to go. And I want to get it all expanded to the full 6,000 square feet and see where I go from there, because that's a ton of space. Britt's got 5 varieties of tomatoes, 6 different peppers, 5 different beans, 3 melons. Oh, that's awesome, girl. What are you having problems with editing with, Missy? Is it just having trouble getting it put together? Is it the program? Is there something with the program that maybe, you know, one of us can help you with? Your eggplants are in the ground, Nathan. That's awesome. Yeah, it's probably still a little cool to be putting peppers in the ground there, even though you're in a, you know, a warmer zone than I am. So I will show you some of the starts. We're going to do a little project today too. A couple of them. So they're kind of wind blown right now, but these are the yellow gooseberry tomatoes. Turn the lid down a little bit so you can see them better there. So they are, I don't know, they're looking awful leggy to me. So it is time to get them repotted and buried deeper. I'm going to get the first set of leaves off. That's how I prune my tomatoes to start with. And so we're going to be transplanting those. It won't let you edit anything out unless you take the whole clip out. Really? Oh my goodness. Snozberry tomatoes. Okay, so let's see here. What program are you using, Missy? Yeah, I don't think that they're too terribly leggy, but they're starting to get that way. I've got other tomatoes in the house as well that I'm going to have to transplant. So I just want to make sure that they're buried deep, you know. I want a good root system on them, and that's right, the snozberries taste like snozberries. I love that movie. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that movie. I know some of us have, but Super Troopers is hilarious, and the second one is just as stinking funny. So I love it. All right, so I'm going to show you to organize myself. Okay, I have probably 20-ish pots of soil already, and they vary in size. These are so the topic is use what you have, right? Make do with what you have. Obviously, because of the whole situation nationwide and really worldwide, they're seeing a resurgence in Japan now. Yeah, people, this is not over. So stay at home, wash your hands. Just a PSA reminder there. That's right. Snozberries is originally from Willy Wonka. You're correct, Nathan. However, it's a lot more funny in Super Troopers than it is in Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So. Okay, so I have had over the years, obviously we have bought plants and whatnot from greenhouses, big box stores, you know, things of that nature. We buy our seedlings, correct? And some people, like myself, keep inventory. Okay, I keep inventory. It's not junk, it's inventory. So because we can't really get out and do a whole lot, can't go shopping a whole lot of places. Now, Lowe's and I believe Home Depot, also you can you can actually order online. They'll pull your order and you can get stuff from their greenhouses. So that's really awesome too. That's true. It can be junky inventory. You are correct. Tony, it is not hoarding. You better stop it. Your son even says it's hoarding. Anthony Ray. Hi, Donnell. How are you? Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is lovely to have you here. And thanks, Deb, for the shout out. I appreciate it. So, now I did a project, and it's actually in Fillmore and I. Woo! It's in Fillmore. It's in its own project folder, and I have got like 4 videos in queue to be edited. So, but I just did one that Jess at J Love Adventures. She's like, you know what? That sounds like a make do with what you have video collaboration. Even though I didn't tag you, do it. So I decided I was going to do it. And I took an old set of bunk beds, and I've had them. I kept them, and it's probably a good thing I did. And I made a raised bed out of it. And so my hoarding Tony says that all those pallets that I had over there, I tore apart several pallets and we got the table saw out. I ripped down boards and I laid them in there, and they're the old 1950s-ish, 60s wooden bunk beds. And so on the inside of them, they have just a rail because you just laid slats down. So what I did was take those pallet boards and measured them out, and I laid them all along those 2 rails in between the 2 of them. And that is so that I can actually take the bed down and put it away for the winter. We can move it around the whole 9 yards. It's not a permanent bed because where it's at right now is not going to be its permanent spot. We're hoping that we can get a couple of shipping containers to make Tony's shop. Let's hope. But that's going to be about, just to get the containers alone it's probably going to cost us about $5,000. So that's probably not going to happen too terribly soon. But honestly, they are a wonderful option for creating storage and whatnot. They're watertight, they're airtight, they're mouse proof. So hoarding is finding deal animals under all your shit. Truth bombs my butt, Tony. Yes, that is true. It is true. Finding deals on animals under all the stuff, yeah. I am really surprised too. Lou is usually out there screaming at the top of his lungs. He does it almost 24/7. It drives me crazy. So I'm surprised he's not doing that right now. Probably because he doesn't see me. He hunts me down like a velociraptor. Not even kidding. And yes, I have a video of that is in editing for queue, or it's in queue for editing. Okay. All of these crazy containers that we get. So my daughter my oldest daughter actually bought me 4 big bags of potting soil. And so I used a full one in the house to start all my seedlings, plus the 2 bags that Lisa had sent me of my favorite. And so those started all the seedlings. I do have another open one in there that I started, and I'll show you what I put in there. So, all right, Misty, be safe, girly. I know that you work in a packing processing plants. So my question is, how are things there? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants in Iowa right now that are like swarmed with cases of the virus. So, and one of them, my grandson's father works at. They have 16 confirmed cases. Like, awesome, and you had him all week. Oh, so we got to be careful. So, anywho, so what I did yesterday was I took a bag of that and I filled as many of these containers as I possibly could, and these are going inside of that bed that I put together. And I'm going to add that to the video. And I thought today I could plant in these things. I have a whole bunch of seed. I have a ton of basil. Hi, Lisa. How are you? And how are you feeling? Most importantly, how are you feeling, and how's Cowboy doing? Because Lisa was very sick, and she still is not 100%. So in the same fashion of, or along, in the same whatever, I don't even know what I'm saying. And feel like crap hanging in there. Good. I know you've had you've had a really rough about 2.5, 3 weeks. So hopefully you're getting on the upswing. So I decided also in the name of making do with what you have, I decided I wanted to plant some sweet alyssum, and I made my tag obviously for it. I used a china. Now this is actual china. This was when my mother and my biological father were married. They were gifted a set of china. How is the wind noise, you guys? And am I buffering or any of that stuff? So when obviously my mom didn't want it anymore. They aren't together, and honestly, my biological father has passed. But my sister had it for a while, and she's like, I don't know what to do with it. She didn't have any place for it, so I said, yeah, I'll take it. And you know what? I use it every day. That's what we eat off of, because you know what? Life is too short to be worrying about super expensive, fancy butt dishes, right? Have fun, enjoy the beauty of them. So that's what I have. I took some potting soil and I planted sweet alyssum in it. Making do with what I have, right? Then I was just kind of looking around the house. I have all these things laying around and, all that fun stuff. So I thought, thank you, Lisa. So I thought, well, okay, what else can I use? I have, I have a Halloween bucket. If any of you really truly know me, I am all about, I love skulls and crossbones, and like I love this stuff. I'm all about the witchy stuff, the Halloween stuff. So I planted pumpkin on a stick. I figured, you know what, Halloween, pumpkin on a stick. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a pumpkin on a stick plant. They are really cool. They are really, really cool. So I filled this bad boy up with soil, and well, the top is dry, but it's still moist underneath. So I won't need to water it, but I stuck it in the window and with the sweet alyssum, and so I'm using what I have. We just got through Easter, Peter Rabbit time. So we all have either Easter buckets or whatever. And we had a couple of these Easter baskets. And so I took pots that I already had, filled them with soil, and I have planted, I did line this because the bottom of these pots have holes in them, obviously, for drainage. And I planted ranunculus in these 3 pots. I lined this basket with aluminum foil so that when I water it, it doesn't go all over everything. And so now I've got a cute little potted plant holder. Hello, Shelly. How are you? How is work going? So I thought maybe I could just do a little bit of planting today, and I will show you what I've got, what I'm going to plant. And I didn't bring out, I should have brought out the, I have a little tote, a small tote. Good Lord. I have a small tote that I have some seeds and stuff in. And it actually has the rest of the pumpkin on a stick seeds in it with the packet. So, and I left it in the house. I should have brought it out. But I'm using one of the totes that Chrissy sent me for my birthday. I've got seeds in here that I thought I would just bring out. So I really thought that I would plant some, I have Genovese basil, lime basil. Noticing a theme here? Let's see, what else did I pull out? I have Italian flat leaf parsley, chives. Ooh, don't blow away. Some of my favorite stuff on the planet. Cilantro. Some summertime. I have mammoth dill. Let's see, got some more cilantro that I was going to put in there. Oh, I was going to plant some stevia. I've never tried stevia, so tried growing it, I should say. So I thought, why not try it? And I've got a few other things in here, but then I thought, well, maybe I would also plant some, medicinal herbs and pretties. So I have some calendula, some echinacea, and some chamomile. So I thought those would be really cute to put in that bed. And once they start popping up and they start growing, I can, move them around and rearrange them in the bed. And I can show you guys all that stuff too. I also wanted to get I need to get my onion seeds started. And I'm going to go ahead and I think this year I'm just going to direct sow my pumpkins, my gourds, the watermelon, and the squash. Sweet corn, you direct sow anyway. My peas you direct sow. I could use more peas. I've got some, but yeah, I could really use some more. I could use some more beans too, and I have lettuces and whatnot. Chard. I also thought it'd be kind of cool to grow some amaranth. Now, I've had these packets for these were packed for 2018, but this is the Love Lies Bleeding and the red garnet. So I thought those would be kind of pretty to put in a pot, to put in that bed too, just to give it some more color and, you know, a little more substance. So I think most everything this year, aside from my peppers and tomatoes, oh yeah, I need to start my broccoli too. And I have far more in here than I'm going to put into the pots today, but that's just some of the stuff that I wanted to kind of plant today and get started. And then what I'm going to do is I have leftover plastic from the greenhouse that I had last year, and I bought a big roll of it. Scotty, that's awesome. I think why not try the stevia? You know, I don't particularly care for the taste of it, but why not grow it? You know, I'm also, if any of you know where to get purple, I want purple, black, that kind of stuff, those kinds of seeds and plants, because and everywhere that I'm finding this stuff it's super expensive or it's unavailable, it's out of stock. That is what I am wanting to grow this year anyway. I wanted to do an almost entirely purple garden because it fits in with the theme. I agree with you, Lisa. Tired of seeing all the dead stuff. It is a little too early for that stuff. However, I have hyacinth bulb, and I have gladiolus, and I've got some iris. And honestly, I need to get them in the ground because I have lilies, and I have lilies too. But I already have they're called surprise lilies, and they're beautiful pink, that pink flowers that pop up. But they're already growing, and I do have some hyacinth bulbs that have already popped up in my front yard. So I need to get moving on that kind of stuff. All right, so in the spirit of making do with what you have, I put so much in my wheelbarrow. More, yeah, I told you, no shortage here of these. Okay, so I was asking people for, ouch, that did not feel good. I have an owie on my finger now. Okay, all right, I will try to find some geranium. And I think I have some catnip, but I'm not positive. So I was asking people for egg cartons and for milk jugs. Now, I didn't bring out the egg carton because the projects for that are, it's too windy out here for that stuff. Okay, all right, that's awesome to know. Thank you that they both spread like that. Oh, that's too bad, Shelly. Yeah, I don't know how well some of the seed is going to grow, simply because of the fact that it's older seed, but it should be okay because it's been temperature controlled. And hello, Amy, how are you? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So I'm going to show you a couple things you can do with a milk jug, with a gallon milk jug. Well, and you can do a half gallon even. Okay. I do have a big watering can, but it puts out entirely too much water. at once, and it's really made for, you know, bigger watering an outdoor water or a flower bed or something of that nature. And this actually works really well as a waterer because you take the gallon jug, take the lid, now I made the holes with a screwdriver. Simply put it in to the cap and twist it a little bit just to make an opening just big enough for water to come out. And it actually works fantastic as a watering can. So another thing, for some of us that are ready to get our stuff in the ground, well, when we first get our stuff in the ground, when we first get our plants, our seedlings into the ground, at least here, it's still just a tad bit chilly. We still have, you know, fairly low temperatures at night. So take the gallon jug, and along this bottom here, there's usually a ridge. X-Acto knife. And you're going to cut the bottom off of it. And then what happens with that is you've got yourself a mini greenhouse to put over your plant, your seedling. So once, I'm not going to cut this off all the way, but well, isn't that awesome there, Gilbert? Claire Fluffakins, huh? Okay. Well, I'm trying to be a smart one. But yes, see, that's a perfect idea. So you'll take the bottom off, and then it just is going to sit over the top of your plant, and it'll act as a greenhouse. You can take the lid off if you like, but if you leave the lid on it kind of loose, just so it doesn't blow off with the wind or whatever, then you've got yourself a mini greenhouse, and all the condensation, all of the condensation from, you know, the air and the heating of the day and whatnot will stay inside of it, and it'll help water your plant. So that is number 2 for use. So anywho, oh, my poor tomatoes are like with the wind. Is the wind okay, you guys? Is it running across the speaker? I have another Easter basket. I'll do a pot. All right. Well, hello, Food Forest Permaculture. How are you? Okay, you can hear it, but it's not okay. You probably hear the traffic on the highway too. Ouch. That finger, I don't know what I got into it when I lifted that jug, but it's sore. It's almost like it's got glass or something in it, but all right. Another thing I had left over. So I bought these last year. Yeah, last year or maybe the year before. And they're supposed to be biodegradable seedling bags, right? So you start your seedlings in them. So I discovered, though, when I went to go pull plants last year, and actually this I pulled a few up because I tend to leave my I leave the garden after I harvest because it's good ground cover. It makes a little more work in the spring to pull all that stuff and then, you know, till it under and all that stuff. But it's better because then my topsoil is not blown away. So I decided that since they really are not biodegradable, as they just don't break down over a year's time. So I think these are great for starting seeds in. And then Lisa, yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think cutting them off, taking the seedlings out to plant them in the ground, out of the bags. But they're very handy. And they save space. Oh my goodness, they save space big time. When you go to start them in your seed trays, they save so much space in there. You can get, you know, 30-ish bags in there, which is great because then you also don't have to plant, like pot up like I do now. I've got a soil blocker that I absolutely love, and that's what I used in my seedling trays this time around. You know, I'm to a point now where before I can even get them outside, I'm gonna have to put them in a bigger pot. And so now I have to plant up, and I don't have the 4-inch blocker. So, but these, you know, you just sit them inside your trays, and I don't have to plant up. So I am going to probably use some of these, and I might even use them to start the seedlings and everything, to start the seeds, but then to sell off if somebody wants to buy some. So, all right, what is the number one thing that you are looking forward to most about growing this year? Thank you, Howie. That's so sweet. Tomatoes, yes. I love growing fresh tomatoes. I'm gonna start off planting my lime basil. I'm excited about it. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost anybody anything to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button and ring in the bell, and you can watch at your leisure. Hopefully I'm entertaining enough. Ooh, Kajari melons. I've never tried those. I really would like to try some. I think they would be really cool. Now I'm not sure, is it Dr. Witchy or Dr. Wykes? I don't remember exactly how to pronounce that. I agree with you, Howie. I don't either. This is why I'm like, ooh, I really want to get to planting. And my whole goal, honestly, is like most other homesteaders. I want to be as self-sufficient as possible. And if I don't have to grow, or if I don't have to go to a grocery store to buy my stuff, first of all, it's cheaper. Second of all, I know that it's not going to be sprayed with chemicals and all of that junk. And then I'm also in control of, what I do with it. And I don't have to worry if it's, at the very end of its life cycle of being fresh in the store to get it processed. Okay, all right, that's good to know, Scotty. Ooh, tomatoes and cucumbers. Yep. I have a ton of tomatoes and a ton of cucumbers. So with basil, basically you don't have to plant deep. I think I'll use a smaller container. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Hi, Amanda. How are you? And how are those beautiful babies of yours? So with basil, you don't plant very deep. And I'm just sprinkling a few seeds in the one pot. I'm just going to kind of spread it out, just simply because then if I can get something to germinate, if it germinates well, I can pull and repot. And I'm going to use one of these other pots here. So with basil, I think it's like an eighth or maybe a quarter of an inch deep that you sow your seed. So I'm just basically going to cover it and barely tamp it down. And I'm just going to use the soil out of another pot so I don't open the whole big bag in the wheelbarrow. It's okay, Chrissy. Don't they understand? Your boo is live right now. Make them watch. Well, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. Basil seeds are tiny. Yes, they are. And like I said, this is the lime. And I don't know if, boy, I just don't know if I can show you. Look how tiny those are. So, yeah, they're super tiny. I'll just throw those in there. But basil is fantastic. I will say, though, 1 pack of seed, if it germinates well, oh my goodness. You will get, it's very prolific, actually. And one basil plant will be amazing for you. I'm also looking for mint, for different mints, just because I love mint. I don't have any rosemary. I want to plant rosemary. Basically, my goal is to set up an herbal, medicinal herbal garden as well. And I also want to do a lot of flowers this year for a couple of reasons. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to try to figure out how to make my own essential oil. I am a doTERRA wellness advocate, and so, you know, I sell through doTERRA, and I love the company. Everything is, it's sourced. Oh gosh, I can't think of it now. Anyway, I love doTERRA. I just say that. But yes, a medicinal herb garden is tops. But I really thought it'd be kind of cool to figure out how to make my own rose essential oil, and make my own, and do my own rose water and stuff like that because rose water is fantastic for the skin. And if you, oh, I didn't realize that you were a doTERRA wellness advocate too. There are a lot of people on YouTube that are wellness advocates, so we're all kind of a big family, which is good. So then, Amanda, do you do the LRP, the Loyalty Rewards Program? I started doing that, and I change my order every month, but and like some months I don't get very many points, and a lot of times I don't get the product of the month or what have you, because I don't put in a big enough order. So this is lime basil. Now, I should have brought out that tote because I can't label this. So I have used, in the past, I have used popsicle sticks. Obviously the, the garden tags like that. Let's see, what else have I used? So one year, okay, Howie, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it so, so, so much. You have a wonderful day. I will agree with you there, Amanda. Yes. Essential oils are just, they are amazing. They're absolutely amazing for health. So good things for labeling. So last year, in my lettuces and my radishes, my carrots, which are also all direct sow, for me anyway, I took like a stick, a twig, and sharpened, actually I sharpened both ends of it, stuck it in the ground, and I took the pack itself, because I used the Seeds of Change, and these are like a plastic. They're waterproof. They're amazing. And that's what I used. I opened the bottom of it just a little bit. The top obviously was already open. And if you've never used these packets, so these actually are perforated at the top, so you can tear off the top, and they're sealed, a zipper seal. And so if you don't use them all, you can just snap it back together. Well, with this being open already, all I have to do is cut a little slit here, throw it up, and I seal. I'll put it down on top of the stick, and then I just seal the zipper around it, and there's my tag marker. So my plant marker. Yes, absolutely. Old mini blinds work fantastic as well because they're plastic, they're durable. Christy. No, can't be bothered. It'll be fine. You're Marcoing away while I'm talking. So, anywho. All right. All right. Is there any questions, any other ideas that you have for reusing and planting and all of that fun stuff? All right, let's see here. Let me grab another pot. Like I said, I already had these ready to go, so I'm just gonna rough this up just a touch. Pour some more lime basil in. And my husband just walked by to walk in the house, but I should have hollered at him and said, "Hey, bring me a Sharpie." All right. Oh, so I was watching who was it? I can't think of the channel now. He just did his first interactive live. Oh, I feel so bad. I can't remember his name. Anyway, and he was processing rabbits. So I thought that was really cool. I would love to get into rabbits. I don't know. I would rather do Angora rabbits for their fiber, but okay. There's pot number 2. Need to find some place to sit these, I think. these down here. And I should have brought out, I actually should have brought out a couple of my bulbs because I have some really big, well, I already have some fairly large containers. That's full. So I could probably put some bulbs in it. That is awesome. That's a good idea, Lisa. Forks to hold the seed packets. Yep. Because they're plastic for one, so they'll hold up. Hey, do you happen to have a Sharpie? Yep. Okay. I know, that was an evil laugh, wasn't it? I do. I like big bulbs and I cannot lie. You are correct, Scotty. Gots to have a drink. It's cherry Dr. Pepper with ice. Let's see here. So he's going to bring me a Sharpie real quick. Well, Kincaid, hi. You made it. You made it back, I should say. I got your message and responded, and I appreciate you stopping in to see me. You want to come say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
I don't know if they saw you. So I'm just going to have to write on this container for now because I don't. Well, I need, like, masking tape is another good way to put on here and label, but
Okay.
do you have plain? Yeah, but don't you need that? It's fine. I can label later. I just wanted to at least, so I don't know how well you can see it, but I did lime basil. Write it on the sticker. Yeah, you can't see it though. So set that down. So he's going to bring me some tape. Yes, that is correct, Deb. I agree. Rabbits, fantastic fertilizer. Goats are another one, and I would love, love, love to have goats. Thank you. My hubby loves me. Okay, Colin, thank you. Thank you. Rabbits, yes, rabbits are great for. Rabbits are a wonderful multi-purpose animal, much like a chicken. Obviously, you get meat. You know, that kind of stuff. Meat, fur. Their pelts are actually fantastic. What did I do with that? Oh. I'm losing my stuff. Of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. All right. There you go. So, what are some other uses for rabbits? You know, besides meat and yes, Ozzy Osbourne. I love Ozzy. Well, I did at one time. He is something else, I'll tell you. So the kind of rabbits that I want are the Angoras. Their fiber is amazing. And you spin that stuff into a yarn and it's wonderful. It's soft and just, it's amazing stuff. Yes, serial killer from Hackers, you're right. All right. Look at there. It's a water the basil seed. Just want to make sure it's good and moist throughout. And oh, and I know some people don't like that word. It drives my daughter crazy. She hates the word moist. Hack the planet. See, doesn't that work slick? And it's, you know, it's stable, like it's not gonna tip over or any of that stuff. My husband is the movie buff. Yeah. If it's movie related, if it's a random fact, especially about a movie, he probably knows it. He likes to call it his useless knowledge. All right. I think, what should I plant next? Should I pot up the, because I'll finish that stuff through it, but should I, let's see, let's plant up the tomato plants. I'm not traveling. My Airstream sits out in my yard. How are you? Aw, well, tell Miss Charlotte thank you. She is such a doll. Oh, Amanda, you've got some adorable children, let me just say. Actually, all of you have such gorgeous, gorgeous kids. Yep, I'm in my yard. I'm hoping. Thanks, Chrissy. Nice jugs. I'm hoping that this year let's see. The engine is here for the Suburban, and so we're just kind of at this point we're waiting for it to be able to get into the shop to get it put in, because my husband's like, I'm not doing it in the yard, it ain't gonna happen. So the guy that he's been doing painting for he's got a storage unit type place, I don't know, and he has a mechanic for his business, and so he's going to have him put the engine and stuff in for us. So, once I started talking about, yeah. So, I don't know. I love the Airstream. So anyway, we get the engine and stuff put in. We've got a couple of things we need to do to this, and make sure that she's roadworthy. And I just want to go. I want to travel. We want to go camping, even if it's just out to our local. We got a couple of different places, campgrounds around here, but it's all closed. It won't open up anyway until mid-May or so, but they're saying that Memorial Day is usually the big kickoff weekend for us for camping. But we're not so sure that that's going to happen either. Kind of scary to think about, really. Okay. Let's take one of these little babies. Now, I've intentionally let them dry out a little bit so that they're not like falling apart or one way or the other as I plant. This is yellow gooseberry. It's also dried out a little bit because while it's been in there, I've been putting cinnamon over the top, because the soil had kind of a fungus growing, almost a fungus growing on top of it. But put the cinnamon on it and tamped that right out. It was great. All right, so I'm just going to sit it down inside the bag. I put a little bit of soil in the bottom of the bag, as you saw. Um, Kat just checked Instagram. She just, I just got notification that she liked the comment. I wished her a happy birthday. Yesterday was Kat from Homestead Forage and Farm, was her birthday. And so she's been very busy all weekend long. And the last couple weeks, she hasn't really felt fantastic either. But yesterday was her birthday, so I wished her happy birthday on all of our social media. That's another thing. I have been really, the last couple of days over the weekend, I really want to get obviously, my YouTube channel, I want it growing. But I need to get my brand going. And my husband keeps telling me that I am the brand. So I did a whole bunch of social media stuff the last couple days, and yeah, I'm hoping it helps. I really want to do that. Ooh, Death Valley. See, I want to see Death Valley too. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, yeah. So Colin, I know we talked a little bit. Where are you? You said you were Osage, right? Or Milo? I don't remember. We've got, and there are a couple of people that stop in here, usually on my lives, that are also from Iowa. Deb is from Nebraska, Deb Kettleson. She raises quail. So yeah, it's kind of nice. I haven't been to Blackhawk Park for quite some time. So, like, honestly, the last time I was there, I was a kid. So I don't know if it's still a really good place to camp or not. But I'm kind of wondering, like, I really wanted to, I want to beef up and grow my YouTube channel and just grow my businesses, right? So my thing is, I'm actually looking at a couple of other platforms as well. I have a blog. I need to be a lot more active on it now. And so that's one of my goals. I obviously have a Facebook page that's just Royal Amethyst Acres. That's my business page. But I have for other homesteaders, and I really want to get people interacting well on that page too. But it's Royal Amethyst Acres Friends and Family, or something of that nature. I can't think of the whole name. But anyway, and trying to bounce ideas off of each other and talk about how to grow your homestead and YouTube and all of that stuff. I really, really want to get that going. Okay, you're moving to a new place near Milo. Awesome. Okay, so you are. Let's see. I live in a tiny, tiny little town. It's called Dana. So I am northwest of Des Moines by about an hour. And most people here know I'm actually the mayor of this town. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. And we are a tiny, tiny town. We are, last census was 71, and I'm guessing this census maybe 35. Yeah, we're tiny, super tiny. Okay. I'm hoping I buried that deep enough. I'm hoping that when I get it in the ground, it'll be better. So I'm going to pluck off these first set of leaves. This is how, this is just what my pop told me to do when I was growing up with him in the garden. So Okay, yeah, you're okay. So you're southeast. I couldn't remember exactly where Milo was. Yep, I am. It's not really all that glamorous, I promise you, to be the mayor. Because we're so tiny, it's not a ton of, I don't know. It's not like being the mayor of, say, Des Moines or something of that nature, you know, a bigger city, because there's just not that much business. We've only got a couple of businesses here in town. And well, one of them is our feed store. And then we have, obviously, my husband's business is Middle of Nowhere Studio, and he does custom airbrush art. And then Royal Amethyst Acres now. So they're both tiny. So, all right, our little guy, he's all potted up, much bigger. And I am going to, let's see, where am I going to put him? Because I don't have enough room right now. I'll put him over there. So, okay. So we should absolutely get together, make a plan to get together sometime, Colin. That would be cool. Well, welcome back, Missy. Oh, also, Colin, is it, how warm is it in southeast Iowa right now? Because we were sitting at 63. We hit 68 today, but it dumped down to 63. We do have a cold front moving in, so. Hi, Tina. How are you? Also, Colin, Tina is also a fellow Iowan. So, Tina at Weber Homestead, she's here in Iowa, and she is northeast Iowa. 52 and windy. Ew, yeah, it's 63. It's really windy here. And the wind just keeps getting, it picks up more and more. So, yeah, we're still sitting at 63. And it looks like on the radar, north central Iowa right now has rain going through. We had some this morning. Ooh, nice and 64. Yeah. I know rain is coming. That is my husband, Middle of Nowhere Studio. That is my husband. So instead of winter is coming, rain is coming. So Tina, Colin at Kincaid Outdoors. He is in southeast Iowa. Is it Colin or Colin? I like to try to make sure I am making a mess, Amy June. Hi. I am potting up. I am, where'd you go? Oh. Look at these pretty babies. And it is super windy, and it's shaking the laptop now. I hope the wind noise isn't too terrible. I've been trying, and yes, I'm sitting under the awning in front of the Airstream, but see what I did, Amy? I'm potting them up. They're getting a little bit too tall, and they just need bigger space. Aw, thanks, Tina. And you know me, I like to play in the dirt. Okay, all right. Colin. Okay, cool beans. I like to make sure that I get everybody's names right. I try really hard to make sure that I have a more, I don't know. I just think it's more personable when you know people's names and you can call them by their correct name. All right. So I don't know if you were here, Tina. These are yellow gooseberry tomatoes, and see, they're still damp here. But the thing with tomatoes, and what people need to understand, a lot of people are like, "Why are my tomatoes dying?" Well, because you're overwatering. Tomatoes and peppers, neither one of them like to have their little feet wet all the time. So are you already getting stuff in your garden then, Colin? Well, hi, Kat. There's the birthday girl. Wolves Head Forge and Farm. Miss Kat turned the big 4-0 yesterday. Thanks, Amy. Amy June. And what you say you're starting? You need to start over with your garden, Colin. Okay, taking the bottom first set of leaves off. Oh, that could be right, Tina. That could be right. Yeah, they don't want to be soaking wet. They're just real nice and just kind of damp, but not wet. Overly wet is bad. Also, when you plant, when you actually put them in the ground, what I will do on occasion is crack an egg open just a little bit, like crack the top and drop it down in the hole, and then put a little soil over it, put the tomato plant on it, and then it decomposes and it feeds the plant as it rots. As it decomposes, the plant gets fed. Bunny. Oh, okay. That's right. That makes sense. That makes sense, Colin, why you have to start over with your garden. Yes, I forgot you said that you were moving. I'm so sorry. So yes, I understand you have to start all over. And I can't imagine trying to move a bunch of seedlings too. That would be rough. You're trying to move a house and then now you got to try and move seedlings. Nope, I'm good. So funny story, Tina, that's awesome. I have onions that I just left in the ground because they didn't really grow. And so I was asking him, like, they started to peak up. Like, they're probably, some of them are 3 and 4 inches tall, like the stalks on them. I thought, wow. But some of them were kind of mushy. So I didn't know if maybe I should leave them in the ground anyway. And since they were growing green tops already, see how they went. And everybody's like, leave them, just leave them. So I have. So we'll see if I have those onions. But it's an experiment, right? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. I know, I do too. I have 4 videos sitting in Filmora queued to be edited. And one of them is just of me and my son got into it in the end. Okay, so my chickens are in they have their little houses, their little coops, but they're sitting inside of what was my old greenhouse, and we moved that around. It's an old dog kennel, and it's like I want to say it's 10 by 12. It could be an 8 by 12, but anyway, so we've moved that now that it's nice and we're starting to get green grass and whatnot. We move that every couple days. I moved it all by myself yesterday, which hurt my back. But my stupid rooster, Lou, yep, he's a jerk. Call him the jerk rooster. He hunts me like a velociraptor. You think I'm joking? Wait till you see the video. He does. He hunts me like a velociraptor. And so I filmed that yesterday. I also filmed filling some of these pots to add into the make do with what you have video that I'm going to put out with the old bunk bed that I've turned into a raised flower bed that's movable. And let's see. Oh, I finally, Chrissy, this will make you happy. This will make you very happy. I finally found all of the clips and got them all from my phone. It's all done. Of the victory rolls, doing the victory rolls, my hair. So, let's see what else. There was another one. What was it? And I think I have another one, honestly. And I was going to film some more. I was going to film some crafting stuff. And so, I'm watching Jurassic Park. No, probably not. Oh, Missy, that's perfectly good. That'll be perfectly fine. Container gardening is awesome. I mean, you can do so much with container gardening. You really can. There are so many options. Also the grow bags. So these are felt, like a felt. They have handles on them. Wonderful. In fact, I am going to. I have one bag of potting soil left, full bag that I haven't even opened it yet, and I was thinking that I was going to fill up. So for my birthday, Chrissy got me 1 gallon, 5 gallon, and 10 gallon grow bags, and so I was thinking that I would fill up one of the 10 gallons and try to grow some potatoes in it. And so, yeah, we're going to see. I am going to have a very busy week, I think, trying to get all this stuff done and filmed and what have you. We're not supposed to dip below freezing all this week. So I think I'll just plant everything inside. But the problem with the grow bags, the only thing I can foresee the problem with is when watering the stuff. I hope they don't seep through. Okay, I will do that, Chrissy. Have fun. Honestly, doing victory rolls is not hard to do, but you have to have finger dexterity. You really do. And the more you do them, the better you get at it. So right now, I'm having a heck of a time with doing them because I haven't done them in a long time. So sorry, my hair is wild now. The wind is like blowing it everywhere. And yes, you got me those awesome grow bags, girl. Okay, so Colin, if in my Vision 2020 video, one of my goals is to do a potager garden. I also want to do a victory garden, And as I'm doing those, though, I'm wanting to educate people because I don't think people understand exactly what they are. They're like, oh, this is a potager garden. It's not just a mix of, it's not just kitchen stuff, and it's not just, there is architectural design to it, the whole 9 yards. So, but if you watch the video, I actually have it laid out, completely laid out what I'm going to do with the garden, and all of that stuff will be raised beds. So 60 50-pound or 6 50-pound quail feed bags. There you go, perfect. That, Deb, that's a great idea. See, use what you got, make do with what you have. I actually have, I have chicken feed bags. So, and I feed my girls and the jerk Lou. He has been renamed from Captain Lou to Lucifer. He's naughty, like he's mean. And I was really, really hoping that I would be able to do the meat birds this year. And when I processed the first batch of meat birds, I was going to process him too. I do think so, yes, Deb. Sweet potatoes should grow just fine in them. There you go. Yep. Landscape material works. That fabric will work great. Missy, I'm confused. What do you mean she's out of the ER? Is she okay? Everything okay? That's a little concerning, girlfriend. So I hope everything's okay. I hope she's doing well. Let's see, what else? I mean, there's just so many other things that you can do for raised bed gardening, container gardening, reusing everything. Oh, okay. Son-in-law. Okay. Oh, that poor thing. I had an abscessed tooth as a kid, and that was horrid. That was absolutely horrible. And I still have, I have real issues with my teeth, but I try very hard to take very good care of my mouth. Sometimes it runs a little much. I'm trying to catch up here in the making sure I'm all caught up. So sorry for the lull. So for different methods, is anybody going to use like the back to Eden method? Let's see, what else is there? I honestly like, okay, so the Howie was here earlier, and he's food forest permaculture. I actually have a design for mine as well, and I really want to do that because I think a permaculture food forest is an absolutely ingenious idea. I know that there's a couple people that are going to try the straw bale gardening, and I wanted to try that too, but I can't get my hands on any straw, at least cheap. A lot of the people that are selling their straw, it's already moldy and yucky, and I don't know that I want to try to grow in that. And they're charging like $5 and $6 a bale, and I'm thinking, now I would pay that for clean straw bales, but. And then my next problem is I don't have a way to haul it here, so right now. I agree with you, Tina. Yes, I would rather go through labor and delivery than having another mouth issue in general, but an abscess tooth, yes, that's horrid. It's just horrible. Death. A big mouth and a computer, and you know how to use them both. Hi, Jan. I saw that you released part 5 of your laundry room build, so I will watch that this afternoon. I'm going to try really hard to get caught up on everybody's stuff, and I have been running channels like through the weekend. I've run a lot of channels, and I try to make sure that I am catching up and commenting too. I ain't got no warmth for you, girl. What? There was a collaboration that Jan over at Simply Jan Homestead, kissing a worm, and I'm like, no, I'm out. Oh my goodness. Part 6 is the final chapter. Yay! That's going to be awesome when it's all done, and you're just going to go, stuff is wanting to blow away. Good thing most everything is anchored down. It's funny. I'm so glad, Jan, that you got all those chickens. That's awesome. That's another thing. I actually was trying to source. I was trying to source new egg cartons. My girls are laying each one a day. I have 6 chickens of 6 hens, and so I am getting I'm getting minimum 4 eggs a day. We can't eat all those every day, and so I thought, well, it'd be good. I think maybe I'll just try and sell them farm fresh. First of all, my girls are fed an organic, non-GMO feed. So it's like $25 for a bag of their layer crumble. They only get the fruits and veggies that we eat. I don't. I do feed them back. Their like some scrambled eggs. If we have leftover scrambled eggs with that I haven't seasoned or put anything on, then I give them back. That is perfectly okay, Colin. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Amy, I froze 6 dozen. I'm not even kidding you. I froze 6 dozen scrambled eggs. And I love my food saver. Oh, do I love that vacuum sealer. It's my toy. You also be well, and good luck on your move, and try not to stress out too much, and tell your beautiful wife hello. Susan and I just more than doubled their run area. Oh, that's awesome. I'm sure they are much happier. That's another thing. I really want to expand my coop. So, yeah. So Amy, what I'm doing with those eggs is whatever I don't use. I feed the dogs. Love them. Yeah, I haven't made any quiche. I do want to try to make some quiche and film it. But yeah, that's all I feed my girls. My chickens don't get anything except organic, non-GMO, crumble. They eat fruits and vegetables. Yeah, I don't have, I buy the, oh my gosh, it's Neutrina. And I want to say it's called Nature Smart is the brand that I buy, and I buy it from Baumgar's. That's the only place I can find it here. But yeah, and there is a place up in Webster City, Iowa that which is like an hour and 15 minutes. Same place where Murray McMurray Hatchery is. But anyway, she does all organic. She grows it, she grinds, mills it, the whole 9 yards. And she will make you specialized animal feed. So it would be great to be able to buy from her, but I just don't get up there nearly. I wouldn't be able to get up there very often. So anyway, I was wondering, I was trying to source clean new egg cartons, blank egg cartons, and I actually found a company here in Iowa. And I didn't bring it out with me. I wish I would have brought that out with me. But there's their warehouses in Webster City, and their Webster City, Iowa, or not, I'm sorry, Mason City, Iowa, and their offices are in Osage, Iowa. And so, and it's like, I think I said $17.50 for 140 cartons or something like that. That is dirt cheap. So that is where I'm going to order from. And you actually have to call to make the order. You can't just order online for whatever reason. So that's where I'll be sourcing the new egg cartons from. But I still want the old, people's used cartons, because as long as they're clean, because of doing crafts with them. So, and show you what you can do with them. Reduce, reuse, recycle. But anyway, the girls need a much bigger coop, and I want it to be, able to be mobile throughout the warmer months, and then it'll still be more of a permanent one then in the winter time, so I can close it up and keep it nice and warm and that kind of stuff. Osage, I don't know if there's a casino there, but Osceola, there's a riverboat casino. It's a lakeside casino. Crustless ham and cheese quiche. That sounds good. So yeah, I've got a ton. But anyway, I was thinking also, getting those cartons and whatnot. That wind has gotten cooler and the sun has kind of gone away. But it's actually a degree warmer, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'll bet you were thinking of Osceola. But I don't think that charging, most farmers markets around here, for farm fresh eggs, and they're not feeding, organic, non-GMO foods to their flock. They're, just farm fresh, or free range sometimes. And they're selling them for, really, son? He did that on purpose because he knows I'm live. He's such a butt sometimes. I'm still live, you turd. Hi, son. How are you? Yeah, I heard. Oh, hello, Victoria. How are you? And how is your brother? I know, obviously, being on hospice, I totally understand, but I hope that things are calm, at least. I did hospice as a nurse, and it is an extremely hard job. It is emotionally draining. It's emotionally draining to be a nurse anyway, especially if you're in a long-term care setting. But what? Yeah. So my husband's like, I know. Yeah, we're gonna have to get the awning put away before the wind takes it and bends it and all that stuff. So I have not. I didn't even know there was a place called Frontier Coop, Tina. You know what? Send me some info in on like Messenger or something. No, it's not Nature Wise. It's Nature Smart by Neutrina, and that is it is non-GMO and it is organic and it's labeled that way. So, and I can't label my eggs as organic anyway. I'm not organically certified. So, but people will know that, you know, I only use organic stuff. So it's over by Cedar Rapids. Okay. All right, Miss Lisa. I hope you feel better very soon, my love. All right. I have got to go. They're ready to put the awning away. I need to get this stuff moved and whatnot. So it was absolutely wonderful to talk with everybody, and I hope you guys got some ideas and learned some stuff, and I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and it's very productive. So get those seeds started if you haven't. Really, my husband is being ridiculous right now. Yeah.
And nobody knows.
Nobody knows, but I can tell them. He's being naughty. So, all right. Okay. Love, light, peace, blessings to all of you, and get out there and play in the dirt. Love you.